Welcome to the Red Fox Network. Jacob Young coming to you live from McCann Arena in Poughkeepsie, New York. The Marist College Red Foxes set to take on the Siena Saints. Marist comes into this one at 6-19, and the Siena Saints are 11-14. Kentrell Brooks against Javion Oganyemi for the tip. And the tip goes to Brett Bisping, who kicks it out to Marquise Wright, and he's going to set up the offense for the Saints. Over on the far wing near the Marist bench is Wright. Right over to Bisping on the far side, back to Wright at the top of the key. Near side, Levon Long, out to right, guarded by Parker. Now it's Ashante Shivers on the near side. Looking for Oganyemi, doesn't have him, gets it back to right. Now Shivers back up top to Bisping, over to right, goes down the lane, and he can't get the layup to go, and Kentrell Brooks secures the rebound. He outlets to Brian Parker, who's moving it up the floor for Marist. Parker gets the screen from Brooks, and he takes it right to the hoop over Levon Long, and he gets the layup to go. Brian Parker gets the scoring started here, 2-0 Marist. Parker, the 6'2" sophomore from Cleveland, Ohio, finishes. Back up the floor at Siena and Marquise Wright on the near side. Shivers sets the screen and Wright gets around it to Bisping in the high post, out to Shivers. Down to Oganyemi in the low post, backing down Brooks. He puts up the left-handed layup, and that one's good as Oganyemi answers on the other end. It's 2-2 tie, 1 minute into this one. Coming back up the floor is Marist. Paulson up to Parker at the top of the key. Parker looking for someone, and he finds Brooks in. He darts it down low, but a foul's called on the floor before he can put down the dunk. Brooks, the 6'8" senior from the Bronx, played under Coach Bob Hurley while in high school. Hurley has 28 state championships in high school during his coaching history. Marist is going to inbound again. Khalid Hart at the top of the key. Double team, now Oganyemi sags off. And now it's Brian Parker getting it down to Brooks in the low post. Backing down Oganyemi, but it's poked away by Long, but it's going to stay Marist possession. 18:34 left to go, and this one's still tied 2-2. Marist is going to inbound once again. Hart looking for someone. He's got to get it in. He finally finds Funk in the near corner. Funk on right. Now Parker up top. Brooks in the high post against Oganyemi, looking for him, and he gives it to him. Paulson at the top of the key. Now Parker's going to drive once again on Long, and he drives the right side and puts in the layup. Gives Marist a 4-2 lead. Parker once again his second drive of the game and second score. But Siena right back at the other end. Bisping puts up the layup, but a foul is called on Brooks. Bisping down low is going to go to the line. Bisping, the 6'8" redshirt senior from Peoria, Illinois, set to shoot the free throws. He's averaging 12.6 points per game and 9.4 rebounds in 32.1 minutes. His first free throw attempt is good, cutting the lead to 1, Marist 4, Siena 3 early on. And Levon Long's going to check out of this one, and in comes Nico Clareth for the Saints. Bisping, the unanimous first-team All-MAC selection a year ago. He gets his second free throw to go to tie this one up at 4. Now Marist's going to bring it up. Khalid Hart past half court. To Parker, guarded by Clareth. Near side Funk back up top to Hart. Far side, it's Brooks. Dribbling around towards the top of the key. Looks for the backdoor cut, but it's not there. Paulson has it at the top of the key. Guarded by Oganyemi. Funk in front of the Siena bench gets it down to Brooks. Brooks does a spin move, puts it off the glass and in. 6-4 Marist after the Brooks layup. 17:40 left to go in the first. Now it's Ashante Shivers on the near side. Picks up his dribble, gets it back out to Clareth at the top of the key. Marquise Wright on the far side to Bisping in the corner, back to Wright. Now to the low post to Oganyemi, who puts up the layup attempt. That one's no good, but he's there to clean up his own rebound and put back the layup. Oganyemi and Brooks both working on each other early on in this one. It's 6-6, Marist Siena with 17:15 left to go in the first half. Now Marist with the ball. Paulson at the top of the key. Funk driving baseline. He kicks it out to Brooks. The big man going to take a shot from the three-point line. And that one's off the rim, and Clareth to rebound. He's running in transition. Now he's going to slow it up to Oganyemi at the top of the key, near side right. Wright dumping it down to Bisping, back to Wright. Oganyemi in the high post. Oganyemi looking around, finds Clareth in front of the Marist bench, puts up the three, and that one's nothing but net. Clareth with the three from the front of the Marist bench. 9-6 Siena lead, 16:40 left to go. And Marist back at the other end. Parker taking the screen from Brooks. Guarded by Oganyemi in front of the Siena bench, far side. Now near side, Hart. Using the screen from Brooks, and he puts up the long two-point shot, and he makes it. Hart with a contested 2 makes it a 9-8 Siena lead. Siena at the other end. Near side, Clareth, top of the key to right. Back to Clareth. Hesitates. Now to near side, Bisping. High post, Oganyemi. Kicks it out to Marquise Wright, who's going to drive to the hoop. And that one's no good, but he gets his own rebound and brings it back out. Near corner, Bisping. Back to right, moving it around the arc. Now it's Ashante Shivers. Kicks it out to Clareth. Same spot as last time. This one's no good as Funk corrals the rebound. Now Brian Parker's going to bring it back up court for Marist. He's going to try to drive, but then pull it back out. Guarded by Nico, Clareth is Parker. Looking to set something up, surveying the floor. It's Brooks in the high post. Parker now driving to the left, puts up a layup attempt, and that one's good as he gets by Ashante Shivers for the lay-in. Marist is now up 10-9 with 15.5 left to go in the first. And as always, Marquise Wright bringing it back up the floor for Siena. Wright averaging 33 minutes a game and 14.9 points. Siena moving it around the arc. Now it's Oganyemi in the corner. Marquise Wright up top now. Marist still in that 2-3 zone. Siena trying to penetrate. Nico Clareth corner. And he puts up the floater, but not until a whistle's called. He's called for traveling. Nico Clareth penetrated the defense, but he's called for traveling. And Marist keeps the lead 10-9. 15:09 left to go in the first half. I'm Jacob Young. Stay tuned on the Red Fox Network. Welcome back to the Red Fox Network. Marist leading Siena here 10-9 as Marist is going to take the ball up the court. It's Khalid Hart with 15 minutes left to go in the first half. Now back up to the top of the key is point guard Richie Mitchell, who gives it over to Ryan Funk on the far side. Now Isaiah Lamb up top gives it to Obi Moma, who just checked in. Khalid Hart working on Nico Clareth, going to take the screen, and now he's at the top of the key. Isaiah Lamb going to drive towards the paint and put up the mid-range jumper, and that one rattles in. Isaiah Lamb pulls up from the free throw line and makes it 12-9, Marist lead with 14:30 left to go. Back up the court is Siena, and it's Marquise Wright at the top of the key. Now Levon Long, looking for someone, has a skip pass to Nico Clareth. Now back to Long up at the top of the key, guarded by Mitchell in that 2-3 zone. Isaiah Lamb looks to poke that ball away, but Bisping regains possession. Wright's going to take the screen from Bisping and now give it to him. Far side in front of the Marist bench. Levon Long with the mid-range jumper from the free throw line answers at the other end. Cuts the lead to 1, 12-11 Marist lead. Now Hart's going to set up the offense and survey the floor. Guarded by Nico Clareth. Near side, it's Isaiah Lamb. Dumps it down to Obi Moma. Backs down on Oganyemi, but Oganyemi puts it back in his face. It's a block by Oganyemi. Now Marquise Wright on the transition. He makes a move and makes the layup past Richie Mitchell. Marquise Wright. He makes a move and puts up the layup to give Siena the 13-12 lead with 13:40 to go in the first half. Now it's Isaiah Lamb in the near wing. Funk cutting towards the lane, and he has it in the corner. Puts up the off-balance 3 from the corner and puts it in. Give Ryan Funk all 3 of those as Marist leads 15-13 with 13:25 left in the first half. Levon Long going to slow it down now for the Siena offense. He gives it to Marquise Wright in front of the Marist bench. Dumps it down to Oganyemi in the post, guarded by Moma. Oganyemi working hard and finally gets his own rebound and gets that one to go. He ties it up at 15. Oganyemi, the 6'10" senior from Troy, New York, familiar face around Siena as he grew up just miles from the Siena campus. Now Marist with the ball. Khalid Hart up top using the screen and he's on Oganyemi. Crosses him up and he puts up the 3 and it's good. Khalid Hart with the long 2 actually. Check that. That's a 2-point shot. Marist leads 17-15. Now Marquise Wright at the top of the key for Siena. He dumps it down to Levon Long. Lefty hook, that one's no good. And Richie Mitchell looks to run the break. He tries to dump it down to Moma, cutting towards the hoop, but Marquise Wright steals it away. He's going all the way, but dumps it off to the cutting Oganyemi, who gets blocked by Moma. Now Marist back the other way. Richie Mitchell running the transition. He takes a little hop step and moves towards the hoop and puts in the and one floater. Both teams getting transition breaks, but Marist able to capitalize on Siena's miss. Richie Mitchell, the 6'1" sophomore guard from Michigan City, Indiana, is going to go to try to complete the 3-point play. You see here on the replay, He does a Euro step past Levon Long and puts it off the glass to get the foul and one. Mitchell, a 95% free throw shooter this year, averaging 2.5 points per game. A transfer to Marist from junior college Weatherford from Texas. He puts up his free throw, and he completes the three-point play as Connor McClanagan is checked in for Marist. Marist leads 20-15 with 12:10 left to go in the first half. For Siena at the other end, Ashante Shivers on the near wing. Dribbles left, gives it up to right, who's going to take a shot from the top of the key and buries the three. That 2-3 defense sagged off of Marquise Wright, and he had the wide-open three-point look and capitalized. It's 20-18 Marist lead now with 11:50 left to go. Richie Mitchell surveying the floor. Connor McClanagan in front of the Siena bench far side. Back up to Isaiah Lamb, now to Kristen Paulson, who's going to drive baseline, and then kicks it out to Brian Parker, who's going to drive to the left and then kick it out himself. But it's stolen by Siena, up ahead to Nico Clarith, and he goes up for the lay-in and fouled by Brian Parker and finishes the layup. Nico Clarith on the fast break. Parker fouled him too softly as he powered up for the layup and got the N1. They're going to go to a timeout. All tied up at 20, 11:30 left to go in the first half. I'm Jacob Young. Stay tuned on the Red Fox Network.